Hey there, it's Laura again from Swatch, and we're here today to make some Yucca paintbrushes on the green screen. Alright, so before we're going to make the paintbrush, we're going to talk about the Yucca. I'm actually not sure if it's pronounced Yucca or Yucca, but if somebody has an answer for me, put it in the comments. But I've asked multiple different people and they all gave me different answers, so I don't know. But anyways, so this here is a Yucca plant. It looks kind of funny. One, because it's springtime, so it's just starting to grow back. And two, because it looks like just the plant, but actually it's a type of cactus. So I know it doesn't look anything like a cactus, but I promise if you get close enough, it'll poke you just like a big cactus. So that's pretty cool. And so in the summer, these big white stalks in the middle, those actually grow big, beautiful flowers. But since it's such early spring, we don't have any flowers yet. So the first material that you're gonna need for our Yucca paintbrush is a piece of the Yucca. So you're gonna have to ask someone at home, an adult, to pretty please cut you off a piece of the Yucca. So that's just one little leaf of the plant. You're gonna cut as far down as you can toward the base. Make sure your parent does it for you because these are really sharp and pokey and I don't want you to poke yourself, okay? Okay, so now that you have your piece of Yucca, you only need two more things. That first thing is one big flat rock. See how this rock here, I just found it in this creek bed. It's flat on top. It's pretty big and round, at least compared to my Yucca, so this will be a perfect rock. The second thing that I need is another rock, but this rock, I want it to have a nice corner on it. So I'm not sure if you can see in the video, but this rock has a corner just like the corner of a wall, and we're gonna use that to make our paintbrush. Okay, so now we have all of our supplies. A flat rock, a corner rock, and your Yucca. So the first thing you're gonna do is try to get this hard dark green outer layer to get kind of mushy so that you can get to the inside. Because on the inside of a Yucca, it has something kind of like veins. You know how people have veins in their body to move blood around and keep you warm? So Yucca have something very similar, but that brings water and nutrients from the soil up into the plant. So that's on the inside here. So the first thing we're gonna do is either kind of pound away at it with some part of your rock. Doesn't actually have to be the corner part for this part, but some part of the rock, we can pound away at it to try to get rid of that dark green so that you see the light green on the inside. Or you can chew on it. Chewing on it actually do the same thing. All you want to do is break up that hard outer part of the Yucca. So banging on it with a rock or chewing on it will do the same thing. All right, so now that you've got that dark outer layer mostly busted up, the next step is to try to get rid of that hard outer layer by scraping it away using the cornery part of your rock. So use that flat corner part and start to scrape away at the dark green so that all you can see is that light green and white of the inside of the Yucca. All right, every once in a while, I'm gonna check to see how it's going. So it looks like I'm just about done here. You can see that all those little veiny parts are coming apart like a paintbrush. And that hard green outer layer is almost all the way gone, so they're not sticking together anymore. So I have some little pieces left still that I'm gonna try to scrape away at. And once I've got that all done, then my paintbrush will be ready. Alrighty. So it looks like my paintbrush is ready. It looks like hair on a paintbrush, doesn't it? All those little veins coming out for you. So I actually didn't bring any paint with me today because I'm out in nature and I don't want to paint out here. But you can use this with any regular paint that you have at home. You can use this to paint some paint that you made yourself. You can actually squash up some berries if you have them at home, mix them with a little bit of water, squash them up really good, and use that for paint too. So if you have some raspberries or blackberries or something at home like that, you could use that and have different colors that you made yourself. I didn't have any berries at home, so I'm not gonna do that, but it's easy enough to do. Just squash them up and you can make your own painting. So now you made a yucca paintbrush. You can try this now in the spring when the yucca is kind of small, and so you have a small paintbrush. You can try it again kind of toward the end of summer when the yucca are really big, and then you can have a huge paintbrush and you just do the same thing. It might just take longer because it's bigger. But now go ahead and make some art with your yucca paintbrush. Have a good one.